With the tourism and hospitality industries resuming slowly to normalcy, Kenya tourism numbers on earnings and tourism arrivals are slowly picking up fairly compared to the hotel bed occupancy rate, as well as on the employment front in the accommodation and food service activities. Now, this is a glimpse of hope in these industries in a staggering economy.
It's difficult, when you ask a father who is your favorite child. But I would like to say that, Canon is known for innovations, and the latest product in our family is R series. So this is something, which I'm also trying to put my hands on. But again, whatever camera we produced and whatever cameras we are going to provide as an experience to the visitors of Ishara camp, they are, very, very good. And I'm sure that the tourists will love, experiencing Canon products. So I'm very proud to say that 8% of our annual turnover today as Canon is spent on research and development and on, coming out with new products and technologies. And these new products and technologies have a lot to do with what a consumer is requiring or going to require or need in future. Government, sector is a very important sector not only in Kenya but in rest of the African countries as well. So in order to specifically cater to the government vertical, we have opened up 6 local offices in African countries, Kenya being one of them. So if I talk about Kenya market, then we have around 15 people, Kenyan people who are representing Canon brand and who are working for Canon in Kenya market. Out of these 15 people, there are 3 people who have the responsibility to establish direct relationship with government verticals. So they are key account managers and their job is to visit government verticals, understand their requirement and pitching how Canon products can promote efficiency in the government's operations. So once we establish the relationship, we create some dedicated events, specifically targeting the government verticals and showcasing them that how our products, services and solutions can promote efficiency in their operations. So we are considering, a lot of focus on government vertical because purely speaking from a business point of view, government sector is the number one sector, contributing to our business. Throughout these last 6 years, we have gained strengths in, distribution network, enhancing our presence in the channel, training, a lot of training providing, to the communities. But now what we realize is that if we want to promote our high range of products, that is our main focus, we need to get a close connect with the end users. For example, if we want to promote our cinema range of pro imaging cameras, then we need to have association and collaborations with filmmakers across the African region. So in this regard, I am proud to say that we are having collaboration with leading filmmakers in Nollywood, which is the third biggest filmmaking industry in the whole world. We are also tying up with many film institutions across African countries. What is more important for us is to maintain association and connection with the leading filmmakers, leading content creators. Once you establish a connect, you understand the value and utility of Canon products, and then the competitiveness goes to a different level. Your thinking pattern changes. It's no more of price competitiveness. We talk about more of offerings and experiences. So Canon is more into value offering with its customers rather than based on pure price competitiveness. Some of the sustainability initiatives in addition to today's launch of Canon Experience Center, I would like to say is the recent one where our team went to one of the communities in Nairobi called as Mathare community. Now this community unfortunately is not known for the good reasons in life. The children in Mathare community are deprived of many basic amenities, and needless to mention, they don't have any livelihood as such. And when you don't have education, when you don't have livelihood, then your thinking pattern is also different. So Canon approached this community, and we spotted some 10 students from this community. We provided them with again photography lessons. We trained them in life, how to approach people, how to click pictures, how to edit the pictures, how to showcase your work for future events. And I want to say that yesterday I had the opportunity to meet 2 of such students at KCA University, And one of them was saying that if you ask my mother that what was I 3 years back and what am I today, she will say that he is not my son, or he is not the old son which I used to have 3 years back. So again, now he's planning, to open up a small company whereby, he would provide photography services to his clients, to his customers. So our sustainability initiatives are keeping in mind our corporate philosophy of Kyose, which stands for living and working together for the common good. So of course we are here in Africa, in Kenya, to do business, but as a part of our corporate philosophy, we also want to contribute to the betterment of the people in Africa, people in Kenya in particular, through our education incentives, through our sustainability initiatives.
Besides partnering with Ishara Mara Camp, Canon has also joined hands with Copycat Group as authorized distributor to further augment its business-to-business printing solution offerings in the Kenyan market by operating closer to its customers and thus meeting their demands in the rapidly evolving market. Established in 1984, Copycat is the leading technology company in East Africa, specializing in office automation and IT solutions, and with its strong foothold in terms of technology in Kenya, it will further strengthen its portfolio by adding Canon's exceptional service offerings to customers. The two companies will play to each other's strength to establish a resilient printing ecosystem to meet unmet customer demands from various industry verticals across Kenya and East Africa.
Copycat and Canon are coming together, and brands are very, very important. A brand is a promise. The whole purpose of Canon and Copycat coming together is to strengthen the promise in that particular field, which is printing, imaging, digitization, and solutions based around there. We were the first company to bring copiers with technical backup. Not that you buy a copier and then when it runs out of toner, it runs out of or needs service, you need to change the machine. That is the gap that Copycat saw in 1980s that gave birth to the brand Copycat. And we sold copiers, we fixed them, and we had tremendous success. Thereafter, we brought in many other products. We are known for banking equipment, note counting equipment, safes, some of the largest safe installations, strong room doors, strong rooms itself at KCB, at most of the big banks have been done by us. We are also one of the largest system integrators in the region. What do I mean? We build data centers. We consult. We consult with clients like KCB, NCBA, Equity Bank, Ministry of Finance, NTSA. We have developed solutions. We touch upon the business life of Kenyans. The promise Canon brings, $30 billion, probably more, of revenues annually, in excess of $2 billion of profit last year, over 185,000 employees, a worldwide brand. Copycat believes in long-term relationships. Most of our associations with brands has been for decades. So with Canon, we hope we are going to go a long way and bring to the Kenyan business and Kenyan people the solutions that are being offered very successfully abroad by Canon, locally here with technical expertise. You can see some of the Canon staff that are based here in Kenya carrying all the expertise. We touch on people's lives every day.
We wanted to address these three gaps, that is to build our share in mid-high segment, to enter into verticals, and to expand into cities not only in Nairobi but other parts of Kenya also. And in this respect, when our team started to do survey, we felt that Copycat, which is a very, very well-known brand, a very, very well-known enterprise, not only in Kenya, but also in the other parts of East Africa, we felt that if these two brands, that is Copycat, which has the local presence, which has the regional presence, and this presence is now not about few years, but it about decades. If we two brands, decide to enter into a partnership, it would be beneficial for both the companies, It would also benefit, Kenyan consumer as such, because then we would be able to, execute and implement our strategies, our solutions, and our offerings, to Kenyan consumers, to Kenyan verticals, which will ensure efficiency in their operations.
In promoting the spirit of creativity and imagination, empowering people and educating minds, creating and supporting an extensive printing and digitization ecosystem in Kenya, Canon alongside its partners continue to bring state-of-the-art technology into the country, leveraging its extensive local knowledge and technical expertise to empower both men and women.
Our partnership is usually a long-term one. So particularly the Ishara program, which stands for Providing Future Livelihood, was established in 2014 and today we are in 2022. It started with Kenya, but now it is spread across 10 other countries in Africa. So I believe that today we have started our association, our partnership with Ishara Camp, and it should once again last for a long period of time.
We don't see this as a short-term project at all. We're very much here. We want to make an impact. We want to help the community to grow. We want to support the community. We'll be taking in both males and females. We'll be doing a big focus on the females. We're hoping to at least train up in the first year, so 2022, which we're currently in, at least 8 guides with these rounded skills. So it's not that they're just going to come in for 1 or 2 lessons. We're actually going to work with them on a longer term period over several months so that they can really practice and honing their skills as well. So we'll look to bring in lots of different kids, not only here within Ishara camp, but we'll also be looking to take the training to the communities themselves. So we'll actually be going maybe into some of the surrounding towns and villages and actually taking the sessions to them. We have a variety of different trainers that can speak different languages. So we have English and we also have Swahili. And then also for obviously Maasai, if we have any students which are dealing with Maasai, we're working very closely with the community. We have Pilot, we have Judy, they will be supporting us. And then hopefully in our longer term plans and goals is that we actually would be able to identify someone that could then go on to become a Canon trainer and could help and support us to actually deliver in the training to the youth and to also to fellow guides. Because we very much want the knowledge to kind of be imparted to them, but then also for them to share the knowledge amongst themselves, amongst the community, and to be able to support each other to learn more about photography, videography, and how imagery can obviously make a huge impact. Because ultimately we want the people living here in this land to be able to tell their own stories, because they ultimately have the most insight, the closest access, and who better to tell their stories than them themselves.
And yes, that has been an exceptional, picturesque experience all the way from the Masai Mara. From me, Tabitha Muthoni, and the entire team that made this a reality today, see you on to the next episode.